I suppose I've been interested in, well, from a very early age, in how machines worked. And I spent a lot of my youth taking things apart and not necessarily putting them back together. So I guess it was inevitable that I would become an engineer. So that's my profession. I worked in industry as a software engineer and as a project manager with companies like Ericsson's and Siemens before joining Dublin City University, where I have been for the last 25 years now. And I've been working with research centres and international projects and teaching courses ever since. And now I'm here. In relation to data science, well, I finished secondary school, or high school, I suppose, and at that stage, as I said, interested in machines. I applied to be an electrician, and my first job was in electricity generation power station, working as an electrician. And that satisfied some aspects of my quest, I suppose, for finding out how these machines worked. I pursued my studies there, like not just doing the electrical exams, but to do electronics and electronic technical subjects as well. And eventually became a technician. And then when I was fully qualified, I became an electronic engineer, so I would be able to build stuff as well as take stuff apart. So that was my first sort of interest, I suppose, in the science around how machines communicated and data science. Well, I've been working with the United Nations through the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe for a number of years now. And they do a lot of, obviously, it's the UN, so they do a lot of work in relation to the Sustainable Development Goals. Relation to AI is everywhere. It's in our phones, it's on our websites, it's in manufacturing, it's in medical, it's in finance. So using AI for societal benefit, which is what Sustainable Development Goals are all about. It's not a technical challenge really anymore. It's more an ethical and a moral one. And a lot of my work with the United Nations is in relation to gender responsive standards. To look at gender, for example, as Sustainable Development Goals. Just picking that one. There's a lot of work to be done there. But AI is already driving the new agenda when it comes to creating the new world. Bringing that technology. Making it all pervasive in society, putting it everywhere. We have robots, removing plastic from the ocean and monitoring deforestation, climate change, trained to remove racial and gender bias, from decision making, etc. All of these are part of achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah, post COVID, I suppose it's a new situation. We have a new normal. We have remote working and it's online learning. We've had rapid vaccine development, but we also have improved access to equal opportunities, and we have new businesses that were created, like exactly what we're doing here, online communication. Zoom has become a multi-million-dollar company because we're all remote working and all our meetings are online. But we have to have smart is everywhere. Smart health. We've smart manufacturing, smart finance, we've smart cities. Smart is AI, is artificial intelligence, and requires data science. So whether you've got goods or services or products or tools, they're all migrating to smart, to be AI users or producers. So they're embracing and utilizing artificial intelligence and data science as part of their evolution. Yes, in the new world, where data is everywhere and you have data producers, data consumers, you need standards. Standards means interoperability. Interoperability requires, or not requires, but creates international trade. And this new normal means we have what I would describe as a hyper-connected society with just a vast amount of data, like exabytes and yottabytes of data, petabytes of data, traveling around the world, circumnavigating the globe daily, and we require then data security for that data. We require trustworthy systems and platforms for that data. We need to have data usage guidelines and infrastructure and data sharing standards. So these will be core in this new hyper-connected digital ecosystem. And the landscape evolves over time. So we have living documents in these standards which evolve over time with the technologies. So you don't have a situation where the standard comes first and the technology comes later. The best solution is where the standards evolve and grow and are dynamic and are current. So as the technology evolves, the standards evolve. So they're living documents. I suppose in relation to emerging technologies, well, cloud and data and AI and 5G, etc., and other digital horizontals are everywhere. They're pervasive right now, as I said. They're now in this new, what we've recognized to be the digitally transformed technological society. And the merging of these ecosystems, which is really interesting, because they create new synergies. In what's now a transformed technological society as a result of our new normal. And the merging of these ecosystems, they create new synergies, as I said. There's new opportunities then for producers and consumers of technology. So I'm excited then about data and AI and robotics and what's coming down the track in relation to all of those, and how that the synergies there, across those ecosystems will produce the next generation, I suppose, of tools and products and services on super fast 5G and 6G new networks with secure, verifiable, immutable transactions using blockchain technology and advanced communications and new protocols for computing, where we're now processing data at the edge of the IoT network. It's an exciting time to be involved in data science and AI technologies. So there's lots of trends, really. If you are anyway connected to the ICT sector at the moment, I think it's a very exciting time. Well, I suppose as a final comment, I hope that everybody enjoys the talks and the panels at the summit, and to send a message out to anyone who's watching to feel free to engage with us and to engage with the Data Science Foundation International in our projects and in our events. We love to collaborate. We love to collaborate with leaders all around the world. So anywhere, we're working out of Dublin and London and Kolkata. But just check out www.datasciencefoundation.org if you want to get in touch with us. So in relation to my involvement with the summit, I'll be giving a talk on probably some of the work that's ongoing in international standards. I won't give away too much, but I do a lot of work in AI and data governance, so that's probably, you can guess where it's going to be heading. And I'm inviting a lot of my colleagues and friends to join us for those talks and those panel sessions, because I think it's really going to be an insightful event. We've got great speakers from research, from academia and from industry. So there's a good cross section, and we've got big registrations at the moment. So I think we're heading towards 400 registrations, so which is great for an online event already. And we're still a month away practically from the event. So things are looking good. So I'm hoping it will be a really interesting event, and I'm looking forward to my talk, and I hope to see you all there.